I'm really hoping you already know what I'm about to tell you. If you're a runner and do not stretch, you should stretch. Video over. That's it. That's all I had to say. Now, I know you need to stretch. And I think this is one of those things that you have to be told over and over again, or you have to learn from your mistakes and then correct it. I think that's something that's going on with this running thing is I was told for forever I needed to stretch, and then I finally started stretching, and life got better, and I stopped feeling as shitty and getting injuries and things like that, right? And so maybe this is the touch point that does it for you, and maybe this is the video, or I'm the one who tells you to stretch and you finally do it. Or you're going to watch this video, or I've already clicked off, and you're going to go back to the same old thing, making the same mistakes, not doing the things you know you're supposed to do. If anyone needs any explanation for why stretching is so important, I think it's pretty obvious, but maybe that's something you've been needing is a good enough reason why to put time into stretching and make sure you're stretching consistently. So if you need that, this is that video for you. If you don't need it, I don't know what else to help you with. I mean, I'd much rather you click off my video and you go stretch right now, or maybe heck you start stretching right now while you're watching this. But stretching is so valuable, it's so important, and it's going to prevent a lot of heartache as a runner. I'm a big believer that one of the big reasons why people get injured is lack of mobility or they're too tight. They don't stretch enough. I don't think our body inherently is supposed to just break from running. Obviously, there's something to be said about working up to it if you're not much of a runner or don't do something crazy like 40 miles every single day, right? Now, I think the reason why, this is my explanation for why I think a lot of injuries happen, because I had runner's knee, and I didn't take time off, I didn't get some surgery or whatever. What I did is I started stretching. I started stretching the crap out of my quads. I started foam rolling my IT bands, and my runner's knee went away within a couple of days. It was actually fascinating. And what I realized is I had been running so much, and I just come off a 100-mile race, and I had never done the mobility work to correct a lot of that. And so once I started doing that, my runner's knee went away. To me, it makes obvious and perfect sense. Is like, let's say you have a pain with your knee. Well, if you have your quad muscle that's pulling on your kneecap, and you got your calf muscle or whatever muscles are down here pulling on your kneecap, when it's being pulled in two different ways or trying to stay in place and it's being stretched like a rubber band because of the tightness over here, the knots in your quad, I think that's a perfect explanation for what happens with a lot of injuries. Do some people actually fracture things? Yes. Is there sometimes you step wrong and twist your knee and maybe you pulled something? Sure. But like at the end of the day, we were built to run, and we've been running for all of our history to chase down prey. Or as a kid, you like to run around, right? And so running is human, and I don't think it doesn't make sense to me that like we're just can't run. My body's not built for it. You probably haven't done the work or preparation to run. And the reason why I say stretching prevents a lot of heartache is every runner knows the pain of wanting to run and they can't because of an injury. And so stretching and doing yoga and mobility work is going to reduce the likelihood of that or completely take it away. I have not gotten injured over the past maybe year because I've been very consistent with stretching and I had been putting in a lot of volume. Now I'm kind of recovering from all this volume and adrenal fatigue. But the point is this stretching is going to help prevent your injuries. And so if you get injured, it's your own damn fault, in my opinion. Most injuries. Obviously, if there's something where you twist an ankle or break something or fall, sure. But at the end of the day, if you're doing strength work, have good form and are stretching, I think you're going to mitigate almost all likelihood of injury. And it's not a guarantee, but it definitely reduces your risk. And so I really hope this video gets you into stretching. If you want to get into stretching, keep it simple. Stretch for 5 minutes after every single run. It really doesn't have to be a lot. I do regular yoga, but I stretch after every single run for maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and that does plenty to help me with recovery and just keeping me mobile. Because if you're still warmed up after a run and then you start to cool down, I believe that those muscles kind of settle or tighten. But if you're warm and stretch, you kind of take those muscles out of that contracted state that they were in while you were running and working out. And so just spend 5 minutes after every single run, and I think for the most part that could be all you need. You could obviously do yoga and mobility work on certain days, but I would rather someone run 1 mile less and get 5 to 10 minutes of stretching in than that extra mile a day. So that's my opinion. If you need to find time for stretching, which is really just an excuse. I would do it right after your run. Do it while you're watching YouTube. Do it while you're watching a video. Standing in line somewhere, right? No one cares that much, so just get it in. It's going to save you heartache from getting injured, and you're going to be an overall better runner. If you like running content, I'm on a mission to help reduce people's risk of injury, work through their injuries, and get fitter and faster. Just overall enjoy the sport of running. So if you like stuff like that, hit that subscribe button. If not, that's totally fine too. I hope you got some value out of this. I appreciate your time. I know it's super valuable, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Peace!